Episode 5, or
What's
whatever
going on?
episode it is.
Yeah, I believe it's episode 5. We didn't record last week.
Nah.
Technically not last week.
No, we didn't. I was sick and you were lazy.
Yeah, I've started my new job and whatnot, and so
New radio guy.
yeah, I got my new name, and I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to cross-platform fuck myself.
It's
so.
faggot. Oh my god.
All right, so what are we drinking tonight? What are you drinking?
I just have a Bud Light Lime.
And I am drinking a Samuel Adams Summer Ale since officially they've started selling their summer stuff.
It
So
doesn't feel like summer.
no, it does not, because it's been raining all fucking week.
You know why?
Why?
It's a depressing week.
No, I've got a better example. April showers bring May flowers.
Okay. Well,
Because it's still technically April.
really my transition. Because, man, it's lazy today. It's going to be a lazy one. And the reason for that is because I have done nothing but cry for the last 48 hours.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Endgame.
Oh shit, Endgame, and then
Game of
Game of
tonight.
Thrones.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
literally
geez.
Sunday, and right now Game of Thrones just came out with their biggest episode ever.
Episode 2, season 8, right?
Episode 3,
Oh,
season 8.
shit.
An
Do they
hour-
play? Would they play it every Sunday night? or
Yeah,
what?
every Sunday night, and this one was an hour and a half long.
Oh jeez,
And
it's like a fucking movie, man.
It was. I think I had an anxiety attack. So we'll talk about that real quick.
Well, let's first clink this bad boys. There we go.
You don't watch Endgame,
Mm-mm.
so I can't really talk to you about it.
No, because I've seen on YouTube. So I'm on YouTube a lot,
That's fair.
and I keep seeing those videos. In-game ending explained and all this shit.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! And I'm just
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm gonna have to pass just for the one time that I actually do finally watch the movie.
Yeah. So that's fair. Everyone knows that's seen it. You know, we love you 3,000 over here.
I don't know what that means.
You don't, but everyone else will.
Yeah.
And, it's a really good movie. Obviously, I don't want to spoil it. But the best thing I can say about it, or the things I can say about it, people are like, "Do you like Infinity War or do you like Endgame better?" And you can't. You can't because Infinity
Okay.
War.
I see. I haven't seen either one.
Yeah,
of
you
those.
haven't, and it's weird. But like Infinity War, you can just watch Infinity War. You don't
Oh yeah,
even know.
they just put it on Netflix. Not
It's
so long
been
ago.
out.
Yeah.
But the thing about Infinity War is like, I think the first character death is 4 minutes into the movie.
Oh God, that's
Two-
super quick.
2 of the main characters are just dead.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, like, I guess they're not like Avenger characters, but they just die, and it doesn't let up.
Is
Like,
is it one of them Loki?
Yeah,
Oh Jesus.
yeah. Loki literally died.
See,
like,
I
the
saw
first-
that as like one of the the pictures or whatever they have as the cover picture for their videos or whatnot.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Loki like dying with like a purple vein across his face or whatever.
Yeah, he got his ass beat, but literally in the first 5 minutes of the movie, like Thor gets his ass whooped, Loki dies, the black guy dies, and the Hulk gets his ass.
The black guy, like
The black guy
Panther?
that no.
Oh, the guy that's
In Asgard.
Iron Man's. Oh, the gatekeeper.
Yeah, Gatekeeper. I can't
Oh,
remember
God.
his name. And then
He's such a badass.
and then Hulk gets his dick kicked in by Thanos. And
Oh,
it's just-
Jesus.
and like literally then after that they fight in the park, and then after that they fucking get it. Like the movie, you don't take a breath, and like Endgame, the first hour is nothing but just like depression. Like
Oh,
there's
fuck,
nothing
man.
happens. I mean, like a lot happens in it, but it's just like, here, let's be sad for the first hour of this movie, and then let's try to be happy.
See, that seems a little bit depressing.
Well, you lost. You don't get to be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, the funny thing about Endgame, I think everyone saw this coming. As of right now, it's been out since Thursday, which was the midnight release. So it really is.
So 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. $1.21 billion.
Oh my God. Well, I remember what was it? Titanic was like the first $1 billion movie or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
This one,
James Cameron.
Yeah.
And then Avatar beat that.
Yes, this has surpassed everything. This has broken basically every record you can think.
Jesus.
350 million US, 330 million China, and then the rest comes from everywhere else.
Oh my God.
And so, if you look at it, Disney is unstoppable.
They're already fucking ginormous.
So if Disney and Google come together,
That'll never happen.
it will never happen. But it would be they would own everything. There wouldn't be anything left. Because
Well, I mean, with Jeff, what's his name? Bezos?
Amazon guy,
The
Jeff
Amazon,
Bezos,
yeah.
whatever his name is.
Well, I mean, this is kind of off topic, but even after his divorce with his wife, previous to that, he was worth $151 billion. He's the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
Even after his $41 billion divorce, he's still the richest man on the world. He's worth $110 billion.
I'd divorce him and be rich.
Well,
But
I mean, instantly, his now ex-wife is currently the 8th richest woman in the world.
because of that.
Just because of the divorce.
That's so cool.
And she even gave her shares back to him.
That's gangsta.
Well, I think maybe she sold them to him or
Yeah.
whatever, but somehow, yeah, just because they had actually a halfway civil divorce.
Well, it's just
So,
good.
yeah.
But yeah, so just a fun little thing. The reason I say Disney owns everything, or when it comes movie wise, 9 out of the top 10 domestic opening records belong to Disney.
Jesus.
That's Endgame with 350 million, Infinity War 258 million, Star Wars 248,
Star Wars
again,
episode 7.
The Force Awakens. I don't know
Okay.
about Star Wars. The Last Jedi 220. The only one that it doesn't own is Jurassic World, and that was 209.
Well, is that... Who did that then? If it wasn't Disney?
I honestly wouldn't know off
Was
the
it-
top of my head.
Because is Universal owned by
See, I thought-
Disney?
I don't think so.
See, I think Universal Studios is the
Universal's-
Jurassic Park and
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
Yeah, so
series.
it's probably Universal. It's and then
I think that might be 1% correct.
yeah, and
but-
then Avengers is 207 million, Black Panther 202, Avengers Age of Ultron 191, Incredibles 2 183, and Civil War is 179.
Jesus.
And that is the top 10 best domestic openings.
And then
th-
now those are just openings. Those aren't all-time sellers.
these are just domestic box office.
Yeah, because I think there's like 4 movies that have hit over $1 billion.
Yeah, because this is Disney domestic box office debuts.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have
First open weekend.
Yeah, Disney paid $4 billion for Marvel in 2009.
Oh my.
They have 22 movies. I believe 9 of them have grossed $1 billion.
So they've
made their
Yeah.
this movie, from the way it's looking, will make.
Well, shit, just this one movie has paid for a fourth of it.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
fuck.
And I'm assuming that when this movie's done in theaters, it'll be $2 billion.
Can you look up? Well, maybe I can look up.
Hey, look it up.
Yeah, look up the top grossing movies of all time, because I think number 1. I don't know. It might still be
Gone with the
Avatar.
Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
That's what it says.
that. Oh yeah, well, give it 100 fucking years, and any movie will gross the most.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's the problem with a grand total. Yeah. So,
No, okay, so I mean, I remember the Titanic was the first movie to ever reach $1 billion box office.
$1,244,000,000.
Yeah, I'm not talking about DVDs and shit. Box office while it was in theaters.
Okay.
Titanic was the first movie to reach $1 billion, and then Avatar, ironically, was by the same director, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but Avatar passed it.
James Cameron beat himself.
I beat myself.
Well, nobody can beat our meats.
Yeah.
Says every butcher.
Yeah. Avatar is still the top.
Still the top grossing movie
with almost $3 billion.
in box office.
That's
Holy
what it says.
shit.
Yeah, this is. I'm not putting a lot of research in this, but this is the first thing to come up.
Yeah, it says the biggest box. Yeah. So Avatar.
Avatar's almost $3 billion. Titanic is second. Star Wars.
Star Wars, what episode?
The Force Awakens. So that's one. Of
Oh,
the
so
newer
that's
ones.
episode 7.
I don't know Star Wars. I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's $2 billion. Infinity War $2 billion.
Holy shit.
Jurassic World. Avengers,
Yeah, I knew Jurassic World.
Age of Ultron. All the Avengers.
Was that Furious 7?
Ooh,
was
Black-
number 7?
It was.
7.
Seven.
I'm about to go ashy to classy.
If you know what that is, you get bonus points. But yeah, so we get to watch. I got to watch Endgame on Saturday and cry.
I'm sure that'll surpass some of those. I'm sure.
Endgame will definitely. I think this is the quickest to make $1 billion this fast.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did you see Avatar?
I did, and I did not like it.
You know what's weird? At
You know
the time,
why?
I liked it, and now it kind of sucks.
You know why I didn't like it?
Were you too attracted to the Avatar?
It was no. It was because when I went to go see it,
Uh-huh.
I was thinking Avatar: The fucking Airbender.
Really?
From the
show.
animated TV
Yeah.
show,
And
I was super because at the time that it came out, it was like what 2000.
It was around that time.
It was earlier.
It was still when Avatar was on TV.
So I was kind of a kid, which ironically they made the Avatar: The Airbender shortly after,
And it sucks.
Avatar, and it blew because they stole.
Because of airbending.
Well, no, because not because of the airbending and all the water bending.
Air blows.
Nah. That was a courtesy laugh.
Thank you. A courtesy laugh from Curtis.
But no,
That
it
was
was
a real laugh.
they came out with that like shortly after, and already Avatar was already used, and that's I feel like a lot of the kids were thinking, oh, it's Avatar: The Airbender.
I don't think it was, because I think you
Whatever.
look at
That's what I thought.
Okay, because you see one fucking commercial for it, and you're like, that's not Aang.
Whatever.
That's not Appa.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I saw the movie one time.
The Last Airbender.
I saw the movie one time. It was pretty good at the theater.
Uh-huh.
And then I tried to watch it on TV, and I'm like, what is this environmental pussy shit?
Oh, what is that material called?
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
Right? It's like unobtainium.
Well, and another
Hard
thing.
to get metal.
Yeah. No, what really kind of pissed me off. Same with that movie with Justin Timberlake about time. I don't remember what movie that was.
Where they use time as money? Yeah.
That movie was basically Robin Hood.
Huh.
They if you think about it, because Justin Timberlake played as Robin Hood, stealing
Yeah.
from the rich and giving to the poor as far as time goes.
Yeah.
Quote unquote money.
Yeah, because
And
everyone
that's-
has their time on their wrist, and that's a.
And if you think of Avatar,
Uh-huh.
all it was cowboys and Indians.
It was Ferngully.
It was
You don't
what?
know what that is,
No, I
but
don't.
it's just an old environment. But yeah, it was cowboys.
It's cowboys and Indians because they're coming over here,
It's
and
the
even
Cowboys and
even a lot of the Indians had that Navajo, Cherokee, whatever.
What do you call me?
I'm super. I'm kind of just clumping it all together, but like a Native American accent.
Yeah.
Whereas like slow
And they
and,
went,
deep speech and
Yeah.
and
And they had ponytails.
then they had the U.S. military guys, the fucking jarheads coming in like, well, we're gonna take all this shit and fucking take their land and fuck them,
Blow up their trees.
yeah. So I mean, it was cowboys and Indians at the very least.
Lion King is Hamlet.
How so? I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but explain it.
The uncle plots to kill the father, successfully does it. The father's ghost appears to the son and talks to him. He's exiled. He comes back. The uncle gets in a relationship with the mother, which they don't talk about in The Lion King because it's a children's movie. But that is what happens when you're the king.
Holy shit!
And the son comes back and kills.
No, you're fine. I about pulled out my mic.
Oh, you're fine. And and then the son comes back, kills the uncle. Now, granted, in Hamlet,
Holy shit.
Everyone dies.
Yeah.
But they used it was Hamlet.
That's really interesting. I
Yeah.
never knew that.
Like down to it sold me on the ghost.
See, I never really. I mean, I know of Hamlet, and I never really sat down and read the whole screenplay or whatever. But
You wouldn't have. if
well,
it
I mean, I
wasn't
was
for
in
school.
theater and stuff,
yeah.
and we had done snippets of Hamlet, and we studied Shakespeare a little bit, but that was, I mean, a lot of Shakespeare I'm not super familiar with, but that's generalized enough that I can recognize
Yeah,
that
it's
story plot. or
I
whatever.
mean, obviously
That's really interesting.
But I mean, with Disney, they always do that. They take like a dark story and then they turn it they always.
Well, I
go
mean,
from
like Cinderella.
Yeah, Grimm's fairy tales. I mean,
Yeah.
because what they mutilated like the sister's feet, and I think at the end of Cinderella, like birds came down. Like
Well,
fucked
yeah,
out their
because like
eyes.
every single one of those stepsisters like cut off their fucking toes to try and fit in that glass separator or whatever.
And then they like.
It was super fucked up.
Yeah, I think Pinocchio was another fucked up one. I couldn't remember.
Where his dick grew instead of his nose.
Sure.
If only.
Honestly, kind of Pinocchio's.
Fuck, I lie all the time.
You do.
Aw.
No, and then I think when you look back at it, Pinocchio is a little fucked up because
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy. Yeah, you are. But
Lied to me again, baby.
but like, have you ever seen Pinocchio?
Yeah, I have.
You know when those kids get turned into donkeys and like sold into slavery, and Pinocchio's like later and never fucking talks about those kids again.
I'm not gonna lie. Last time I saw Pinocchio, I was probably like 7 or 8 years old.
Me too. It's not that good, but.
See, and I was 7. I don't really remember a whole lot.
They go to this club where the kids are like, "Hey, we're smoking and we're drinking, we're cool."
I'm drinking here.
Yeah, and then they turn into donkeys.
It's like it just reminded me of Rick and Morty. I'm walking here.
I mean, which reminded you of every other catchphrase. It's a movie. God. So while we're on this, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie.
Yeah.
Favorite fucking movie.
I don't know if I have.
You know what? One of the movies I enjoy the most to watch, and I've seen it a bunch of times, is Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
That is a great fucking film.
Huh.
It's not my favorite by any means,
Yeah.
but I enjoy that the most to watch probably. If you ask the movie I've seen the most, it'd be Pulp Fiction.
I do like Pulp Fiction.
I've seen that fucking movie
by choice or
by choice. I've seen the movie countless times.
Man.
Well, on top of that, I a lot of the times that I watched it, it was like my girlfriend had never seen it. And I was like, well, fuck.
So you had like 17 girlfriends. You're like, you haven't seen it either. Well, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Let's watch it again. Yeah, a lot of times. And I think Katie was my current wife. Only wife.
My current wife.
Sorry, I said that totally wrong. That is
you
awful.
You said my wife.
She's gonna listen to this and be like, "What the fuck, Curtis?" But anyways, no. She was the first one that I'd ever met that, or a significant other that I'd actually seen the movie. So I didn't have to show it to her. But
I don't think Kara's seen it.
It's a great fucking.
What was
film.
in the briefcase?
What briefcase?
Pulp Fiction. Am I thinking
well, fucking his face. Bruce Willis's face turns gold. There's got to be gold bars in that fucking briefcase. Well, I mean, no, it wasn't Bruce Willis. It was John Travolta when he opened it up in the apartment.
Yeah, but
where he's like, "Do you speak English?" What? That's not a country I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
John Travolta opens that briefcase up and his face lights up gold. I'm gonna assume it's gold bars.
There's a flashlight.
Well, the fucking movie production, yeah, I'm sure it was a fucking flashlight.
I think it was the soul. I think it was the dude's soul. But anyway, yeah, movies. See, you said Pulp Fiction.
Okay, well, so what's your favorite movie? Then?
Backdoor Sluts 9.
Backdoor Sluts 9. That makes
I got this.
Thank you.
Backdoor Sluts 9. What the hell's wrong with it? Backdoor Sluts 9 makes Crotch Capers 3 look like Naughty Nurses 2.
How do you know? Or so I was told.
How the hell do you know? I read it on the internet. No.
Oh, Gerald.
What's weird is that like I really enjoy movies, and as much as I hate to like be that guy, I honestly feel like my favorite movie is probably one of the Marvel movies. And like,
that does make you that guy.
It does, but the problem is like out of all the movies that have made me like feel emotion, Infinity War and Endgame are the only 2 movies I can recall that have like made me actually feel teary.
Okay.
And so like I can't really remember another movie that I watched that wasn't like me as a kid crying because Air Bud got abandoned in a cornfield.
Wow, fuck those movies.
Yeah, I know, but like you know, what do you want me to say? Like, Citizen Kane was a beautiful piece of artwork. Like,
I mean, it was, but it wasn't like.
Yeah, but you know, I like Pulp Fiction, but honestly,
there's very few movies that have brought me to tears, and I honestly, off the top of my head, it's gonna make me sound like a big macho guy that's like, oh well, I've never had a movie that's brought me to tears. No, it's I can't think of the movie. Off the top of my head that it's brought me to tears, but there's been multiple movies.
Yeah, but like I just feel like, you know, since I was like, I don't watch art house films.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Peter Jackson's King Kong when I saw it. I really like that. I'm
gonna interrupt you. Did you know that they're coming out with a new Godzilla?
Yes.
With the girl from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I did. I saw that trailer. It's really good. The last Godzilla was okay.
I enjoyed it, but
he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
He's fucking
I will
huge.
say the CGI people that work on that movie they do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and they always kind of hide it with he's always with clouds and water and shit.
But especially when you look at the old Godzilla films and it's like a puppet.
It was a guy in a suit.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah,
they zoom out really far.
The really old one was a guy in a suit, and he would pass out because it was so fucking hot and heavy.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is awesome.
So thinking back on that, and then you think of, I mean, granted, it's 60, 70 years since the super old movie was made, but the CGI guys on. Well, I mean, hell, even if you think about the 98 and the 2001 version of Godzilla, you think of those movies, and you look at these movies. I mean, granted, it's 20 years, but that CGI on the latest one, which I think came out 2016 or something like that.
2 years ago or something like that. I didn't see it.
That was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
Which I think is it was Walter White. I'm pretty sure he was the lead scientist in that movie.
He probably was.
And he was great in that movie too. He had hair and whatnot. But
have you kept up with Godzilla?
Sadly, kind of.
See, I
don't understand how, but I have.
Well, see, I was a big fan of dinosaurs.
They came out with one in 98, and they came out with one in 2001.
98, those were kind of bad.
Those were shitty.
Yeah. Well,
the one that came out in 2001, I had that on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came out the one in 2016. I think it was 16. Yeah, I might be wrong. I may be a couple of years off. But I went and saw that in theaters. That was a great fucking film.
It was.
They went to Japan where the nuclear whatever happened, and
it was whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a nuclear meltdown or whatever in Japan, and that was when that woke up the flying thing, whatever the fuck that is.
The three heads.
I don't know if it was the moth. It wasn't the three-head one. Yeah, woke up that
because that's Mothra, and then the three-head one is King Ghidorah.
Yeah, which that I saw the preview for the newest one.
King Ghidorah is going to be in the other one, which is I think the best quote unquote Godzilla boss you can do. But no, Peter Jackson. I always like big monsters, so like that. I was on a.
Are you talking about the newest King Kong?
I mean, new, yeah.
Where they climbed up the Empire. Who was that female that got it captured?
I don't know. It was Jack Black as the cameraman.
See, I'd never seen that film, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, see, I like that. And then I liked Sweeney Todd. As gay as that sounds, that's the only musical I thought was really, really good.
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, it's Johnny Depp playing a barber that kills people, and it's a musical. I didn't know it was gonna be a musical.
Well, I was in film lit in high school. We watched Dancing in the Rain.
Yeah,
that was and then I had a couple one main girlfriend in high school that was in show choir. Mm-hmm. So I watched Rent, the movie, not the musical.
Okay.
Even though the movie is a musical.
Yeah.
Or I didn't watch the Broadway play. I watched the movie musical.
Yeah.
Which was kind of interesting, but it's just more or less a bunch of fags that have HIV and that can't pay their rent.
That's fair enough. But I'm gonna get off of movies. But I do want to say because in the beginning I did say before all that was it would probably have to be a Marvel movie, and a lot of people say they just oh, it's a superhero movie, really? That's your favorite? And I'm gonna try to defend this.
I mean, okay, if you want me to say a superhero movie, I'm gonna have to say The Dark Knight Rises.
Rises? Really?
No, wait. The Dark Knight.
Okay, I'm about to say
with
really?
What's his
Ledger.
face? Yeah, Heath Ledger. Yeah.
Heath Ledger, best Joker, Dick. But
I mean, I didn't say that.
I know, but no one can say that movie without being.
Well, ever since then, everyone's like, "Well, you can't even compare Jokers to."
The new Joker movie looks good.
Oh, what the fuck's his name? Fuck. Why can't I think of the new Joker's name? From Suicide Squad.
It doesn't matter. Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yeah. I mean, he did okay.
No, he didn't.
You thought he was awful?
Yeah.
It was. I was giving him more credit. I think he did okay.
No, it looked like a guy that shopped at Hot Topic. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It was a guy that. Yeah, but what I was trying to say.
Anyway, so I'm sorry I keep interrupting.
Was that when it comes to people saying oh, these Marvel movies, blah blah blah, it's probably my favorite, and I'm gonna defend it. I grew up with them. One of my original dates was to a Marvel movie.
Okay.
To Iron Man.
Fair enough.
I started Iron Man middle school. You go all the way through it. There are 22 movies. There's 22 of these movies spanning over the course of 11 years. And all the emotions they can get out of you. And I know that can sound kind of gay, or however you want to look at it. But when it comes to a movie that can make you laugh uncontrollably, very quotable, you can watch it over and realize new things. And you can watch them alone or in a sequence. And as long as you get all the emotions and don't have any real negative things to say about it, I think it's valid to say that, you know what? I had the best movie experience while in the theater watching this movie.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's totally a reasonable.
If you want to look at something artistically, then sure, go back and watch like fucking General Patton. You know, like a real good art house movie. But for me, I went to Endgame, and within an hour, I literally spat my drink out because of a joke that I didn't see coming, and that was embarrassing. And then the ending had me and Kara in tears. And also, all throughout the movie, you could hear people sniffling and crying.
I mean, that's fair.
So,
I mean, you know, as far as a movie experience, I feel like, I could see that.
It was fun. It was fun, and then we watched Game of Thrones, and
then you cried some more.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
It's crazy.
That's awesome that the cinematography can bring that kind of emotion out of someone. I feel like the creators would probably smile and be like, "That's what we're going for." Like that's awesome. That's awesome. You can portray that type of emotion in acting and cinematography.
You ever wonder if the people over at DC read that 1.2 billion in 3 days and just fucking cry?
Oh, I'm sure, because even Batman versus Superman was a fucking.
That could have been good.
It could have been fucking amazing.
Cut out Abomination or Doomsday. Doomsday, that was not Doomsday. Fucking leave all the Justice League shit out. It all should have been building up to Superman and Batman fighting, coming together, and stopping Lex Luthor. After that, the movie's over. And then you put in all this stupid bull. Oh, God.
It was.
It hurts because.
I was frustrated.
The scenes they did well, they did super well. Like, super well.
Yeah. See, I think I went and watched that with Katie, with Austin and Julia, and I was so fucking frustrated.
Yeah.
I was so ready to leave.
Like, people were like...
because it had so much fucking potential.
It had a lot of smart moments.
Yeah.
Like people were like, I don't understand why they started working together.
And Ben Affleck didn't do that much of a job.
No,
I didn't think.
I thought he did fine. But and then when he realizes that, like, oh, we're both just people. Because our mothers.
Both... Oh, the lowest fucking scene.
No, the Martha.
Sorry.
Yes.
The Martha, because
both their mom. Yeah, I thought that was smart because all the only.
I mean, it was cute.
What the problem was is that I'm gonna talk about this for 30 seconds and be done.
Yeah.
Batman. The whole problem stemmed from Batman being a dickhead because he's a dickhead and thinking that Superman is he's too powerful and he doesn't have the will of men. He doesn't give a shit about us. He doesn't care about people. Yeah. And then when he realizes. The only thing this man wants right now in the world is to save his mother. Mm-hmm. I want to save my mother too, but I can't. That's why I'm putting on this fucking leather suit and fighting crime every day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, I don't know. When you really look at it, it was kind of smart.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they just ruined everything.
Why'd you say Martha?
Why'd you say that name?
Yeah. And then you're just like, well, this is my mom's name.
It's my mom.
But that's my mom's name. Oh my God, we just got best friends.
You want to go do karate in the garage?
Best non-pornographic magazine to masturbate to. Maxim. Or no, is that what no, Best Housekeeping or some shit like that. I don't remember what the fuck they said.
I don't know. What's your favorite comedy?
Favorite comedy? See, I'm into rom-coms.
Are you?
Yeah, I fucking love rom-coms.
Do you like Team America?
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to pause you right there. I love that movie. That's fucking hilarious. But for the longest time, I truly thought that Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore were going to date in real life.
Yeah.
Because they did so many rom-coms together.
Yeah.
And those rom-coms, I would still watch them. They're fucking awesome. I love them, like... Fucking what's her name, Julia Gulia or whatever.
Gulia.
Yeah, it's gonna whatever that douchebag's fucking name. But then, I don't know what it is about Adam Sandler's rom-coms. I just those are the only ones though. Anyone else's rom-coms, I'm just like that's just fucking gross. Like but it's the same fucking thing.
The only rom-com I saw was What Happens in Vegas.
They fall in love together, or they fall for each other, and then. Something stupid happens. The guy does something stupid. They fall out. They have a falling out, and then they're like, "Oh my god! I just had this big, mind-blowing realization. He's the one for me."
He might be a slob,
Yeah.
but I'm a slob too.
Yeah, like 51st Dates kind of made me tear up.
Aw, that's
When they woke up in Alaska on that boat, and she plugged in the tape or the VHS, and was like, "Oh my god, I got a baby! Oh my god!" and all this shit, and he's doing this he does this thing for her every fucking day. I'm like, oh, that's so fucking sweet.
That is fun. It was a good.
I teared up to that. It was a really great movie.
All right. Well, I'm glad you made fun of me for.
But anyways, comedies.
Yeah, I guess a better question is like when you think of like a memorable comedy moment from a movie, what's usually the first thing that comes to your head, or do you have one?
I think of stand-ups instantly.
That's fair.
And I love stand-ups, and not to say that I don't love comedic movies, but I would rather watch a stand-up like a 2-hour special or hour special even at that versus a 2-hour long movie comedy. I just recently watched a movie that a coworker recommended to me. Movie 43. I know this is like fucking 9 years old. But it's the first time I ever watched it. It's fucking hilarious.
It's so stupid.
Where Dennis Quaid's pitching that idea to
It's so stupid, but it's good.
It's a skit movie where I just thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It had an all-star cast. It was amazing.
Well, I can't say much because when people are like, "What's your favorite comedy moment in movies?" It for some reason one of the first ones always popping in my head is the Team America World Police.
Oh,
where he's like, Gary, if the terrorists capture you, you'll probably want to take your own life. So here, take this, and he just hands him a hammer. like that's what he's gonna. Like he's gonna be in a prison cell and be like, "Well, time to kill myself," and just use a fucking hammer.
Dude, I just love how those puppets fucking move in that fucking movie. America, fuck yeah!
It's such a bad good movie.
Well, it's just like basketball.
Basketball was great.
That's funny though because in South Park they were talking about when they were going to get when Stan and Kenny were going to get their money back from the Passion of the Christ.
Oh yeah.
It's like this is just like the time we went and got our $12 back for basketball. I like how they made fun of themselves.
They always make fun of themselves.
Oh, they straight hardcore made out in that fucking
They did.
movie.
You gotta be
Matt Stone and Trey Barker.
You gotta be bros for
God.
life. If anyone has no idea what we're talking about, in the movie Basketball, the two creators of South Park make it, and they're the two main characters. And at the end of the movie, they make out hard, like
tongue and everything
for like 15 seconds.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like it.
Well, like my jaw dropped when I saw. I was like, "No way!"
Yeah, like
oh my
literally,
God.
the whole movie could be shit. But if you watch these two guys just make,
especially if you're a fan of South Park,
yeah, and you know that these guys make South Park for a living, and they're just sitting there French kissing each other.
Well, the weird thing about the Matt Stone and Trey Parker is, I always get their names to their faces flip flopped.
Matt Trey and Stone Parker.
No, the names are
know,
fine, but their faces look like a Matt Stone or a Trey Parker like flip flopped, and then I don't know. It's just I don't know
get Chris
why.
Evans and Chris Hemsworth mixed up.
Chris Evans.
He's Captain America.
Oh, okay, I could see that. Yeah. I mean, I don't do that, but
I mean, one's
I can
big and the other's like okay, big.
Well, like
that's the ass of America.
And what was the Captain America standalone movie?
Captain America: The First Avenger, and then Captain America something else, I think.
The Ice Soldier or something. Soldier.
The Winter Soldier.
One of those movies where he became Captain America.
That's the first one.
He was in one of those movies. I saw a behind the scenes type of thing. He was like putting his knees, since he's so much taller than everyone. That he put his knees on like on a stool. Yeah. And then he wore like an extra large T-shirt to make him look smaller. Yeah. Like super skinny and stuff. Oh. Because versus that scene and when he was like super buff, there's like literally zero difference. Yeah. So they just put like a super baggy shirt on him, and then had him kneel on a stool to make him look shorter. But then he becomes the super soldier, and then
he goes crazy.
Yeah, and he's super buff and super big one. America. Speaking of super people, Hank Schrader,
Oh, Jesus.
He is a super fucking cop.
Breaking Bad in 2019.
Dude, he's a super cop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're damn near done.
Man.
You're damn near done.
And then I'm going to watch Better Call Saul after that.
I need to watch Better Call Saul. I still haven't seen that.
We should watch that together.
That'd be a good idea. Well, actually...
Because that came out in 2017. There's, 3 seasons of that?
I think so, or something like that.
I think they ended it. But...
Well, that's actually good that you brought that up, because the last thing I wanted to talk about, I don't have a Dead Magician because...
That's fine.
The weekend has been very stressful. I've been rooting for my Stark boys, Tony Stark.
We can end season 1 here.
Yeah.
Since we don't have Dead Magicians.
But... Yeah, I do have something.
What you got?
The police arrested a parrot.
A parrot?
Yeah, in Brazil.
Like a pirate or a parrot?
A parrot.
So they just put cuffs on his beak or what?
No, they just took him. They probably put him in a cage. The bird.
Hold on. They used the word arrested.
Yes.
That's just fucking
police.
Stupid. What state? Florida?
Brazil.
That's fucking even dumber.
Okay, the bird was...
What did it say? Fuck you, fuck the police or something like that?
It was trained to alert the cartel when cops came close to the vicinity. It would shout, "Mom, the police!" as soon as cops would pull up on property.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just kill it?
Because it's funnier.
Because the Worldwide Wildlife Federation.
Yeah, the parrot, who in the article has remained anonymous.
No, my fucking God. Like I give a fuck. What is it? Is it Polly?
Polly, yeah. After he was seized on Monday.
Oh my fucking God.
They swooped into the den run by a local couple. He obviously was trained for this, and the best part is ever since he's been in police custody, he hasn't talked. Like not a fucking word. Like,
I will say that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so they're gonna try to rehabilitate him, but it is a drug trafficking parrot.
But what I want to know is, how did they train the parrot to recognize the police?
They probably didn't. They probably just trained.
It just always says.
They probably try. I mean, my guess it would probably be trained to alert any vehicle. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's fair.
And then because they probably...
Yeah, but that'd be annoying if you're in and out with drugs and whatnot for a cartel.
It would be annoying, but it also keep them safe for a while.
Yeah, but then you take certain I would assume that they would take certain protocols when the police show up.
I don't know how smart parrots are, and I don't feel like looking up how to train parrots to do shit.
I mean, that's fair. It's an interesting story.
But the uniforms, the cars they have to roll up in. I mean, I'm assuming you could probably train something. I would just assume. But it was funny because that's not the first animal arrest to do with drugs. They seized 2 alligators in 2008 because apparently the drug cartel was trying to feed the people to the alligators after they were dead.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty metal. That didn't actually happen because the father of the drug dealers said that they tried, and
the alligators didn't want them.
Yeah, they refused.
Because they were dead.
Yeah.
They like live meat.
Yeah.
They like to do the death roll thing.
Yeah, so I don't know what animal I would try to enlist in my drug cartel.
Speaking of cartels, not Breaking Bad or Weeds, the movie with Ben Affleck, the Netflix original.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. It was frustrating as fuck. And me and Katie watched it together.
Yeah.
I was like on the edge of my fucking seat, like, oh my fucking God, like, come on, like, get a move on it. Dude, it was so... It made me so fucking anxious.
Yeah.
One of the main characters in it was the guy from Ex Machina, or Machina, or whatever the fuck the movie's called.
Yeah, Ex Machina.
Yeah, that guy, the super smart guy that creates the AI, that was too dumb enough to take a pipe wrench and... Well, anyways, yeah, he was in it. Ben Affleck was in it, and then there was like 2 guys that I recognized, but I wasn't sure who they were. But the film was really good. I
need to watch a movie. Actually, no, I don't, because I just saw Endgame. I don't need to watch anything ever again.
It had me sweating.
Jesus.
It was a good movie.
Well, just watch Infinity War then, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's watch
have any more movies.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of just talked about movies tonight.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, it's honestly, this weekend has been nothing but movie talk. You can't do anything.
Fuck, I mean, really, this whole week has just been interesting.
Movie, yeah. Right now, it's kind of like, it's really weird to think, like, I know that you don't watch either of them, but like Endgame and Game of Thrones has 3 episodes left, and then it is done. And it's like it's kind of weird to see these 11-year projects. I don't know how long Game of Thrones has been out, but like it's weird to see these 2 projects that have been highly regarded for the better part of my teenage and adult life as the 2 best things you can watch.
Well, it was like that with Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I remember
when we were young.
I saw the very first one, and then I saw the very last one.
Yeah.
And with my girlfriend at the time, I went to go see the last one in theaters, and she's like bawling at the end of the movie. I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, I think we were 15 or 16 at the time. She's like, I've been watching these films since I was 6 years old. It's been 10 years of my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, I could understand that. But
Yeah.
it's just like, Jesus, yeah, it's 10 years in the fucking making.
It's true, and like I said, Endgame's 11, and Game of Thrones is at least 5.
That's crazy. The Avengers have been going on that long.
Yeah, I think 7th grade was.
What was that, 2008?
Something like that, and I.
11 years. Yeah, I'd been in 8th grade. I'd been in 8th grade.
Yeah, I was in. I think I was 8th or 7th. I think it was 7th, honestly.
I'd have been about, what was that? 10. Well, so I've been 13, turning 14.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we've been 13, and I mean, it started then, and I'm 24 now, and I just watched the end of an era, and then in 3 days, I'm gonna see Game of Thrones end, and that's it.
3 days?
Or 3 episodes, I'm sorry.
I thought there was 8 episodes.
Nope.
6?
6.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
Yep.
So it's only a little bit more than a month.
Yeah. So literally, we have 3 episodes left, and it's gone.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so then it goes, it went in-game. Game of Thrones went in 3 weeks, and then I will learn what the barrel of a shotgun tastes like. Because I have nothing like...
You're gonna start a shotgun?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, let's end this shit. You guys have a good night.
Goodbye.
This has been Bottle Buddies, episode 5.
Stay drunk and watch movies.
Have a good night.
Peace.